one of my supporters is a very special one too, and wanted to put across if we could do a special session on just modes, especially for improv and how they're utilized and stuff. So I thought that it's a perfect topic to pick, and of course the first mode is actually say I'm gonna be in the key of C, okay? Because I think C is a good common ground. We're starting with no sharps, no flats, and I'm gonna do C, D, E, G, F, G, A, B, C, right? Everybody knows it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. Yeah, so it's the major scale, but it's also a mode. It's actually called the Ionian mode. And it's a good starting place because I think everybody should absolutely know the Ionian mode in every single key, both sharps and flat keys. And they should know that inside and out, such as what is the construction, what's the note names in each one of those particular scales. So, if I'm in the key of F, I know I have that one flat B flat to be concerned with. If I'm in the key of G, I know I have one sharp I need to be concerned with. If I'm in the key of D, I got two sharps, F's and C's, and on and on. E with four sharps, or B flat with two flats, and it just goes. But you need to know all that. Before you unlock modes, unlock the keys. Know your keys well, okay? Because everything goes back to the Ionian mode. This one's the starting point. This is your square one. This is ground zero. And what we're going to do with the other modes is just simply variations of it, okay? So let's go to the second mode. That's the Dorian mode. So it's playing the same exact notes, but I'm starting on the second tone. So I'm going to start not on C, but on D. I'll have D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. So what that ends up doing is those two sharps, F sharp and C sharp, that were in the key of D, disappeared, turned into F natural, C natural. So we lowered the third and we lowered the seventh tone of our Ionian mode, if I was thinking from the key of D. But so I am. So I'm doing flat threes and flat sixes. D, E, F natural, G, A, B, C natural, D. Had to slow down just to make sure I spit it out correctly. I don't think about it when I'm playing. But what I do think about is, any major scale that I just so happen to be on, but it's playing over a minor seventh chord, or a minor 9, or a minor 11. They all are fittable for this because they're all possible elements in here. So the D does the E does the 9, right? F, that's the flat 3. G is the 11 or 4. Okay, best to think of as the 11 in minor modes. Okay, so it's really a minor 11th. So if I'm playing in a minor 11th chord, that sounded like hell. What was I doing there? Right. So here I got D, A, C, G. Come on, G, where are you? Okay. So it's a cool sound. Right, so it's cool. It's definitely, a Dorian minor. Yeah, definitely jazz, right? A lot of jazz elements there. Minor 7ths, minor 9s, minor 11s, Dorian. Okay, all right, so move on. Let's go to the Phrygian mode. That's playing the C scale starting at E. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. It's Spanish music 101, okay? Because most of the times I ever hear that, even though it's a minor, right? We think E, F, G, right? So it's got the flat 3. It's also got a flat 2 or flat 9, however you want to look at the F. But it's a flat 2, flat 3, regular 4, regular 5, flat 6, flat 7. So that's what we're going to do. If I was playing in the key of E, that's essentially what I'm doing what I've done to disturb the Ionian mode of the key of E. I've done that formula instead. I flatted the 2, flatted the 3rd, kept the 4th and 5th the same, flatted the 6th, flatted the 7th. So, this is where I'm getting at, is when you're thinking modes, think of the construction, think of the recipe, and then you can fall into them so much easier. And then you need to know, well, where am I going to place that mode? So this Phrygian mode, ironically, usually, even though it's a minor sound, it actually falls over in major, E major. Right? And it's got that Spanish thing going on there, so I can do like E to F to G, F, E, So anyways, yeah, so that's Phrygian mode for you. Like swashbuckling movies, better hone up on your Phrygian mode. Next mode, Lydian mode. Really, really cool mode, okay? So it's the C scale starting from F. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay? So we don't have to go too far into basic fundamentals to understand what happened to that F scale. The F scale is supposed to have one flat, B flat. We had no flats. So, in other words, we raised the B. We raised the 4th, or better known as sharp 11, also known as Lydian concept, okay? So if I'm doing a C, let's say I'm doing C Lydian, okay? I'm going to do C Lydian instead of F Lydian. But of course, well, no, let's do F Lydian. We're there, right? So if I'm going to do F Lydian, I'm going to do like maybe F, A, B, E. Right? And so it's used in music to set like that, really, that moment of awe, or of oh wow, what happened? What was that? Type of thing. So it's used in a lot of soundtrack movies as that moment. So like I said, if I was going to do like, say, maybe the C major sharp 11, right? It's got that moment to it. Whoa, something really wild just went down. So that's the Lydian mode. Sharp 11s. Raise the 4th. Any major scale, just raise its 4th note. Half step happening. Okay. Now, go to the next mode. Mixolydian. So that's the C scale, in this case, starting from G. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Sorry, I'm not dampening enough. Dominant 7, right? And what happened to the G scale? That was supposed to have F sharp. So we had F natural. We lowered the 7th. So we had a major scale with a lowered seventh. And that's the Mixolydian mode, as perfect, not perfect thing for a dominant seventh chord. So it can be used, you know. So right, so yeah, so it's that whole little dominant seventh structure thing. It's a little more sophisticated than what we usually do with the dominant seventh. So we usually would add like you know, blues scales, or if it's a really altered dominant seventh, then we're going to go into some really, you know, wild stuff. Flattened twos, flat nines, flat fives, sharp nines, sharp fives, things like that are going to end up in the picture. But anyways, so I don't want to break away from mode. So we've made it through most of them. Now we finally come up to the Aeolian. Matter of fact, we only have two left. Aeolian mode, that's playing off the sixth of the major scale. So if I'm doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Right? So now thinking about it, I'm getting the 1, A, I get the B, that's the regular 2, I get a flat 3, I get C, so it's a minor, okay, Aeolian mode's a minor, D, that's the 4, that's pretty straightforward, E, straightforward, F, flat 6, compared to what should have been in the A scale, should have had an F sharp, so I'm playing an F natural, that's a flat 6. Playing G, that's also a flat 7, because in the A scale I should have had F sharp and C sharp, and also C sharp. But see, those three sharps all disappeared. So I ended up with flat 3, flat 6, and flat 7. But I have a regular 2. So it's a little different than that Phrygian mode we had a while ago, where we had the flat 6, flat 7, flat 3, flat 2, right? So the only difference here is we have a regular 2. And also, the Aeolian mode is also oftentimes referred to as the natural minor scale, right? Because if you think in the key of C, it has a related minor, A minor. And so here you go, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, right? So that's your natural minor scale. Now it's kind of nice right now, take a little detour into some of the other minors, right? So I could easily turn this natural minor scale into a harmonic minor scale by raising the 7th note. So if I go A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A. So, and of course the harmonic minor is very well, you know, you hear that weird little interval leap of the minor thirds, and then you get in this strange little half, you know. So it has that really mysterious Egyptian, so you're out in the middle of a desert on a caravan type of a sound, or a gypsy sound too, you know. So as a matter of fact, I've actually even heard of the harmonic minor being referred to as the gypsy minor. But anyways, so then also to detour slightly is if you did just both the raise 7 and raise 6. So just keep the flat 3 and do the regular 6 and 7. That's another scale. A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. That's the melodic minor scale. And if you're a classical musician, you'll go back to the natural minor on the descending run, but you'll only use that in ascending. And then you'll come back using the GF, right? But to go up with F sharp and G sharp, right? So that's the Aeolian mode. So the Aeolian mode, like I say, was a 1, regular 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. Now we're finally coming up to the Locrian mode, which is the final mode, okay? So it's playing the C scale from B. B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Right? So it's a definite dominant sound, right? But if I was going to use that, I'd maybe be on G7, right? So, or if let's say I'm on B, okay? So if I'm on B, what do I got here? I got B, I got C. That could be a flat 9, okay? B, C, D. D could be a sharp 9. So I might have that sort of an element going there. E is the 4. Or I could think of it as an 11. F, flat 5. G, flat 6. A, flat 7. So it's got a lot of cool stuff. 1, flat 2, flat 3. 1, flat 2, flat, well, I could say flat 3. Let's say it's sharp 9. 1, flat 9, sharp 9. 4. Yeah. 4. And then flat 5. Flat 5, flat 6, flat 7. To nail it out. So pretty wild. So here I'm doing it over a -7 flat 5 chord. Right. So it sounds pretty slick on that. The Locrian mode, but Locrian mode can definitely be used over dominant 7 sounds, but they're going to be altered dominants, when you do actually utilize that. All right, so that's the modes, man. And why did the modes come about? They came about back when music was heavily under religious rule. And so they weren't allowed to play anything other than the major scale. Okay, so they couldn't use any other notes other than that. But they certainly wanted to be able to create minor music or music with other kinds of moods about it. So they, in order to not get killed, they decided upon just playing the major scale from different starting points and unlock the mystery of all these modes. And we still can use them to this day, and they sound great. Of course, the next step was the Romantic period, which brought in all the chromatics and all the other, and of course they had chromatics just from simply knowing the other scales. So that's why I say knowing the Ionian mode in all of its keys unlocks an awful lot, because you need to know those. If you don't know the major scale in all keys, then there's not much sense to know in the modes, because you have to start there. You have to know what is the original starting point, and then what mode is okay. What degree am I starting off of that Ionian mode? If I'm going to go Phrygian, I'm starting on the 3rd. So that's how it works, It's just really taking something that you've known very well, the major scale, and starting it from different starting points and seeing what a total difference of sound texture you get from doing that. And that's really amazing that they came up with that idea. All right.